Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do something a little bit different from just like stock revision videos, and I wanted to do like a little stationery haul, but also talk about like stationery essentials that I find are really useful and important throughout the year. Obviously I've never been to uni before, so I don't know exactly what will be good for university, but this is sort of my guess and like based on like what I've used and found useful for the last 3 years. So most of this stuff is from The Works, or maybe there's like a bit from WH Smith and then like a little bit from I think Tiger and some bits from Amazon. So it's a real mix, but in general I don't like to pay too much obviously for my stationery. Okay, so firstly I have pucker pads. I've got two of these. One is unused and then, so this one's unused, and then I've got one that I did actually use a little bit. I really like pucker pad. I'm not that fussy on paper. I like pads more than notebooks, but these are just what I have at the moment and I'm obviously just going to use them. And any pads I do have, you've got to have like where you rip it out, because I don't use notebooks. Like, you guys know that I don't use notes in that way. I just use it as paper to write on essentially. And pads are usually easier where you just rip out the paper, and then sometimes I file it or sometimes I'll just chuck it straight. But with a notebook, usually I'll just use the whole thing up and then chuck the whole thing when I'm done with it, pretty much. But yeah, so I've got two of these because these are obviously essential. We all need paper. Now I've got some more like boring things, but I've got some these say file pockets, but I call these plastic wallets, because these are really good like if you don't want to hole punch things, really good in folders, just in general to organise them. And like another way to make these really organised is to use sticky, what are these called? Sticky labels. And I bought like a pack of these a while ago and I'm still using them. And these are just good to label plastic wallets, plastic document folders. So this is from The Works. This is a pack of, these are like the ones with the, I don't know if you can see like the clips, and I really like these, and it's good to use the sticky labels to label these or to label like files and things like that. Especially like, for example, usually I would get different colours and then I would just know from the colours which one it is, but I don't know exactly like the breakup of like my modules and stuff, and I don't know exactly how it's going to work, so I don't know how many I'm going to need. So it's just easier to get plain ones and then just get sticky labels, and then you can put the plastic wallets inside the folders, or I just put these. I know these are always useful. I mean, I can't remember how much this was, but it was probably quite cheap, and it was 20, so they're always useful. I also have my calculator. This is just the Casio one that everyone probably has. I've had this one since year 11 actually, and it got me my whole way through. I love it because it's just got like really old stickers on that I've picked at, that I won in like bingo and like geography in like year 11, which is so stupid, but these are always essential. I don't have the one that can do like matrices and anything, because like it's like £30 or something, and this one works fine and I'll probably use it until it breaks, and then I'll just get another one because this is an essential. I was thinking about getting a new one for uni, but honestly this one works, and you never know, I might go there and they might tell you to get a specific one. I mean, I doubt it, but this is just a really good. Why am I trying to sell a calculator? I'm sure everyone has this already. I also have my, this isn't really stationery, but this Lancaster water bottle. It says Natural Sciences on it. That I just found this, like I never used it. Yeah, but I guess a water bottle is essential. Usually I just use like a water bottle like this. I wouldn't use one of these, but I guess these are better for the environment. I don't know if I want to be walking around with like a Lancaster one though. Or maybe I want like a straw one, but yeah, I guess water bottles are always useful. So I actually bought these last year, but I saw that Tiger still sells them. But these are basically these post-it notes that say like ASAP, this one says read again, to do, remember, and homework, which is nice. Oh, someone's turned the to do into ta-da. But I actually just never ended up using these. I might try to use them because it is nice like that they're already colour coded, and but then I guess like read again and remember are kind of the same. Anyway, but they still sell these in Tiger. I think these are like £1 if you want to get them. But yeah, they're quite nice. It's always nice to have post-it notes. And I actually did find more. I just bought these ones from WH Smith. These are quite big, like this is the normal size post-it note. These are quite big ones, but basically these are like the ones I used before from Tesco, and they weren't very sticky. They were fine for sticking in books. Like I got in quite a few colours. It was like a pack last year, and it was good for sticking in books because I would often stick post-it notes in sections that I needed to make notes on, and then once I'd done it I would take the post-it note out, and then it would like over the year it would decrease basically. But I wanted to get proper good ones. Hopefully, I mean, this is from WH Smith, so I'm expecting better quality, but hopefully these ones are good. I don't know yet, but yeah, and it's just the standard colours. I also picked these up from The Work. These are like, they're called Sticky Tab Note Pals, and they're like little animals, and these are good for like putting in like particular chapters or pages, and because they're quite small you can like put them really specific, like specific place in a textbook, and these are just really useful. You could also use like bookmarks or just regular sticky notes. These are like 79p, so I just picked these up. And alternatively, I don't have the original packaging for this anymore, but I've got these little like central line. These are magnetic ones, and these are quite good actually if you've got really hefty textbooks. Magnetic ones. So I've got like Oxford Circus, Bond Street, Shepherd's Bush, Notting Hill Gate. My grandma actually gave these to me. There was another one that I don't know where it's gone, but these are quite good, especially like if you want a really permanent, like if you're doing a topic for a really long time, you can just leave it at the start of the topic. Well, you can use these for anything really. You can use them like for bookmarks as well, and they do other lines as well. I think my sister has Victoria line, but yeah, those are just really cute. Okay, now getting on to like pens and stuff. I bought this pencil case from Paper Chase because I'm 8 years old, and it's a Hello Kitty one, and I just love it so much because I really loved Hello Kitty as a child. I do remember, oh, this is £7, which is ridiculous for a pencil case, to be honest, and it's the only thing I've really splurged on, like spent a lot of money on. And in here I just have, oh, I've got, chuck this away. I essentially have, I'm just chucking away highlights that far out. I've got these pens, which are my favourite. These are the Zebra pens. But the Tesco ones are fine as well. I've used the Tesco ones, but the Tesco ones just run out quicker. If you're really funny with your pens, like I don't like biros because basically I've got like this really weird finger and I get pen all over my hand. And biros are the worst because they get really inky like as they're used up. By biros I mean like just plain biros. I like these ones because they're, I mean I still get pen on my hand, but these are just my favourite ones. I know some people like inky ones, or there's these particular like grey ones that people like. So I've got a load of them in there. I also have like, oh, I've also got in other colours, pink as well. And I've also got like pens that are free from like universities. I've got a memory stick which I never use because who uses memory stick? I've got like occasional green pen for like marking. These are the pencils I use. I used to hate mechanical pencils, but they're just so much easier because you don't need a sharpener. In general, I don't ever use pencil, but with like graphs, I guess it is more useful. These are the Papermate non-stop ones. I got like a big pack of these, and you just twist them like this, and then they've got a little rubber on the end. And I've got quite a few. I've got this ruler that someone actually gave to me, and it's the best ruler ever. I love this ruler. It's a metal one, which is really nice. And then I've got these pens, which are from IKEA actually. I bought them last year. They're like, I've got them in loads of colours. They're quite thick pens, but they're not actually like that opaque, which is nice. And they don't go through to the other side of the page. And what I would use these for is to underline textbooks. So instead of highlighting textbooks, I would underline, and then I would use this metal ruler. And because it's metal, it just wipes off like the ink, so it doesn't like stain it, unlike with a plastic one. But because I am a hoarder, I also have this extra, you always need like a plastic one for exams and stuff, or you can just carry it in. I've just got like loads of spare pens. I also have this really amazing ruler that my friend gave to me, that definitely doesn't induce migraines. And oh, that was the ugliest laugh I've ever made. And then on the back it just says, this ruler belongs to Charlotte. And it does actually have measurements on it, and you can use this side if you don't want to. I mean, it's not great quality, but I just love it so much. So cute. Like it's a bit bent because I actually use this ruler a lot because I lost that metal one for a while. And I also just have like a massive rubber, and this is actually an alcohol spray, as in like not alcohol that you drink, like disinfectant spray. Yeah, and then I've just got a regular pencil, like a red pen in here, nothing too exciting. This is the exciting bit now. These are like my highlighters and pens that I've bought fresh. So these are the Beryl Papermate fine ones, you know, the blue ones are fine. And I bought this from Amazon, and I thought it would have more colours, but it doesn't, it just has more of each. But I used to have one that was like this size, I'm going to talk about these in a minute. It was like this size, and it had like one of each colour, and I love them to death, and I used them for 2 years, used them in my notes. They were so good. They didn't go through like the other side of the paper. They were just really good, and I liked having them thin, but they were still quite thick compared to a normal pen. So I just went and treated myself to this one, which was quite a bit more expensive, but it's more of them, and this will hopefully last me my whole life now. It's literally like in school, you can buy the red ones which are thicker, but I just really like these ones, and I like the colours, and I just use these for making notes. Really great. And then these are some gel pens I bought from The Works, which were £2, as you can see, and these are actually pretty good. They're quite inky. They're not scented because, you know, this isn't 2005 anymore, but yeah, these are pretty good gel pens, and gel pens are good. Like, they're another really colourful thing. Like, obviously everyone knows you should use colour when you make notes, and gel pens is a good way to do that, as well as these pens, but they're just different thickness, different style. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. And then I also saw this in a different stationery haul. I don't remember what it was, but I just completely copied it. And one thing I like to do when I do maths questions is to highlight the answer, because it just makes it really clear, and like what your final answer is. You know, people often double underline it and stuff, but I just like to highlight it. And I bought these, which are pastel highlighters. I'm not actually opened this yet. These are a few pounds, which I got these off Amazon, and these are really, like, didn't know they did pastel ones, so I'm really excited, because often highlighters are so bright and they completely, like, in your textbook, I know obviously that's like the purpose, but like I think it'll be really nice to have some pastel ones to not like make it too bright and to stand out too much. Okay, so that is the end of the video. If you like videos like this, like what's in your bag, hauls, things like that, then I'd happily do more. I've been buying a few clothes recently, like for winter, because I feel like it's going to be really cold up north. But if you're not interested, then that's fine. My next video will be how I got A star in further maths, so don't worry. But yeah, let me know what you thought. Let me know if there's anything else you recommend. I feel like that's everything. I just need more paper. I was going to buy box files when I'm there, because like I said, I don't know exactly how I'm going to want to split up the modules and my work, so I'm going to have to wait and see for that. And also, like folders and arch lever files, I do have some, but I wasn't planning on taking them with me. I was going to just get more. Maybe I'll update you on my organisation once I'm actually there. This is just like stuff that I bought like I bought a lot of stuff right before exams last year to make sure I had enough pens, which I clearly do. But yeah, so let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you're going to buy, and I'll see you next time.